is of June 2024, 0418, variant 12. So I have the first question right here. The question says that data can be measured in bits. Give give the name of the data storage measurement that is equal to 8 bytes. Here you need to write that data measurement storage that is equal to 8 bytes, and we know already that 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. So what I'm going to write here is going to be 1 byte. This is going to be 1 byte. Then I have the B part. The B part says that state how many bits there are in kibibyte. KIB. It means to say that 1 kibibyte, how many bits it has. So 1 kibibyte has 8192 bits. So it can be asked in the paper regarding this, that how many bytes it has. So you need to remember the conversion units. Then the third says that give the name of the data storage measurement that is equal to 1024 gigabyte. So this is, it says gigabyte. So this is supposed to be 1 TIB, or you can call it 1 TB. Other than that, it says that there is a 16-bit color image has a resolution of 512 pixels wide by 512 pixel high. Calculate the file size of the image in kibibytes. So I need to calculate the answer in kibibytes. So first of all, for file calculation size, what I need to do, I'm going to multiply the pixels into width into height to calculate the total number of pixel. So total number of pixels is width multiplied by height. So this is going to be 512 into 512. So I get the answer 262144. This is the total number of pixels. Now it says that calculate the file size of the image in kibibytes. So for sending this into kibibytes, first of all, I'm going to multiply this by 16 so that I can have all the number of kibibytes, and then I'm going to divide it by 8. So 262,144. There are two methods for this. Like in the first method, you can multiply it by 16 and then divide by 8. Or in another method, what you can do is that you can just multiply it by 2 and then divide your answer by 1024. So if I multiply it by 2, I will get 524 to 88. But now I need this in kb so 524 to 88 divided by 1024. So I get 5112 kb. Then I have question number 3. Question number 3 says that data can be transmitted from one device to another. Take one box to show which of the item is not a method of transmitting data. So serial simplex parity is not a method of transmitting data. It is a method of error detection. Data is broken down into smaller units to be transported from one device to another. Give the name of the unit into where data is broken into. So this is going to be a data packet. Then it says data is often encrypted when it is transmitted from one device to another. So explain how data is encrypted using Symmetric algorithm. So you need to write for symmetric algorithm only for 4 points. Explain how data is encrypted using symmetric encryption. So you can write that plain text is encrypted into ciphertext, or you can either write ciphertext is encrypted, ciphertext is decrypted into plain text, then your data is encrypted using an algorithm that uses a key. The key is generated using an algorithm, and the key is transmitted to the receiver. That's it. So you need to write any 3 to 4 points from here. Yes, that's also correct, Shayan. Then you have to write given the purpose of encryption. So the purpose of the encryption is to help keep the data secure and to make the data meaningless. So even if it is hacked by anyone, it would still be meaningless. So encryption does not stops you from being hacked. It just makes the data unreasonable. Then it says binary is a base 2 number given the name of the number system, that is base 16. So this is hexadecimal. Three binary numbers are entered into a computer. The computer converts the number and stores them as binary. Give the binary number that would be stored for each of the denary. So I need to convert the denary into binary. So 10 is going to be 1010. 50 is going to be 110010. Then 201 is going to be 11001001. You can show your working here for 10, for 50, for 201, like this. Then it says explain why the data is converted to binary by the computer. This is going to be because computer uses logic gates and switches that only process the values of 1 and 0. I can also write that they only have two states. Right here in this paper, it is mentioned that do not write in this margin. So please do not write in this margin. If you write, so your paper may be penalized. So make sure that you just don't write on the important areas of the paper, such as this barcode, and you give your answer in the given space. Then it says the two binary integers, this and this, are added together. Add the binary integer to show your answer in binary. So this is 0, 0, 1, 1. Then it is 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. To add the binary number, so this is going to be 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. This is the answer. Sir, in past paper, they asked to convert hexadecimal into binary and they have given space for working. What if I solve without working shown directly? If the space is given, that means that you need to show your working there. Don't just write directly the answer. That's why you are provided the space. It is not written in marking scheme that you will lose marks if you will not show working. But the point is that why the examiner has provided you the space for working. They have provided you so that you can show your working. So it's much recommended if you show your working in that area. And instead of saying computer uses transistors, you should say that computers consist of logic circuits and logic gates that contain transistors that contains ones and zeros like this. Sir, if it is 1 plus 1 plus 1, will it be 1 with carry 1? Yes, it will be 1 with carry 1. Then it's the D part. The D part says that the denary number minus 32 is stored as 2's complement integer. Calculate the 2's complement integer that would be stored. Show your working. Okay, so let's do one thing. 32. Let me check if I have minus 128 plus 64 plus 32. Yes, the answer is minus 32, definitely. Using the whose complement. So your final answer is 1, 1, 1, 0, and this. Then you have this question. This is question number 4A that says that a system uses both system software and application software. Give one example of system software. So one example of system software is going to be no other than the operating system. And it says give two example of application software. So application software can be like, right, like word processor, or you can write like a spreadsheet, database, web browser. Then it says describe the difference between system software and application software. So you can write that system software maintains the hardware and software, whereas application software allow the users to perform tasks. This is right for 2 points. Then we have the fifth part. The fifth part is that so complete the paragraph about fetching an instruction into the CPU to be processed. Use the terms from the list. Some of the terms will not be in the list. Okay. The program counter contains the addresses. Yes, that's right. The program counter yani, contains the address of the next instruction to be processed. This is then sent to the MAR, or you can write memory address register using the address bus. The address is then sent to your RAM, or you can write random access memory. Once the address is received, the instructions stored at the location is sent to the address MAR RAM. The address is sent to MDR memory data register using the data bus. The instruction is then sent to the current instruction register CIR, which is built on the control unit. Yes, it is correct, Shan. Great work. Then you have part B, which says that the CPU uses an instruction to decode the instruction state. What is meant by an instruction set? So instruction set is basically a list of machine code or commands that can be processed by CPU. Then you have question number 6. You need to write the name of the error detection method just by reading the statement. So the first statement says that an odd or even process can be used. So it is no other than parity check. Then it says a value is calculated from the data using an algorithm. This happens before and after the data is transmitted. So this is checksum. Then it says a copy of the data is sent back to the sender by the receiver. So this is echo check. Then acknowledgement. This is ARQ, automatic repeat request. Then this a value is appended to the data that has been calculated. The value is checked on data entry. This is no other than check digit because it involves the use of value. Then you have 7. A computer has both a MAC address and an IP address. Tick one box to show which of the statement is correct about MAC address. First of all, it is assigned by the manufacturer. All right. It is assigned by router. No, no, no. An IP address can be IPv4 and IPv6. Give an example of an IP address that has an IPv4 format. So you can write that you need to give an example. So you can write like 10.245.3.39 like this. Like an IP address is a numerical value that is separated by dots that follow the format with the maximum value being 255. So the IP address cannot be more than 255. Give two characteristics of IPv6. So you can say that it is a 16 bytes file. It is in the example of hexadecimals. You can also write it separated by colons. It has characters in a group of four like this. Then you have question number 8. Question number 8 is a company has a website that is suffering from denial of DOS attack, DDoS. Draw and annotate a diagram to show the process of DDoS. So here you need to create the diagram. Yes, I can give you an example of IPv6 as well. Let me share the chart on WhatsApp. It's there. I have sent. You can check. Now I need to create the diagram here. So for the DDoS. So first of all, let me make this the third party. And this third party has so many bots. So many bots, and what they are doing is that they are basically sending request to a single web server. So you can send here that third party sends fake request or malware. Here you can write malware turns into bots, and then web server cannot handle all the request and crash. So it has to be something like this. Then you have the B part identify solution that can be used to prevent a DOS attack. So you can write that with the use of the proxy server. Then it is question number 9. A computer uses both a solid state drive and optical disk. Explain why a computer needs the secondary storage. So a computer needs secondary storage to store files permanently. You can say to allow softwares to be installed on computer, and you can also write for the creation of virtual memory as well. Then it says describe the three differences between solid state and optical storage. So the three differences can be solid state has no moving parts, whereas optical does have moving parts. Then you can write solid state is faster to access data other than optical, which is relatively slower. Then you have three solid states run quietly, whereas optical makes some noises. So from the answer key, there are, lots of points. So you can, practice them, memorize them. Then I have question number 10. Question number 10 says that a garage uses an expert system to help diagnose any problem within the car that need repairs. The expert system is an example of an artificial intelligence. Describe what is meant by AI. You need to write for 2 points. So you can write that AI is the simulation of intelligent human behavioral by computer. They have the ability to reason or learn, adapt. Then it says a company has a website, users has the internet and World Wide Web website. Describe the differences between internet and a World Wide Web. 2 marks. So you can write that the internet is the whole of the infrastructure, whereas the World Wide Web is a collection of web pages. Then it says a website has a URL, uniform resource locator. The URL has three different parts. Explain the three different parts that are included in the URL. So it's supposing to be protocol, domain name, or file name, or you can say web page name. Then it says one function of a web browser is to provide an address for a user to enter URL. Give three functions of a web browser. So it can be, it displays a web page, it stores bookmark, favorites, and also it records users history. You can also write it can store cookies, it can set a home page like this. And that's it for this paper. We are done. Do you have any confusions? Oh, have I left a part? Yes, I have left this part. I will send the answer of this part on the WhatsApp, so you can just check from here because the question is same in many of the past papers, and the question only speaks about expert system, so you need to learn it. I am sending it on Teams. Oh, sorry, I'm sending it on WhatsApp. Other than that, do you have any questions? All right, so that's all from my side for today. I'll be uploading this paper, so you can complete it tomorrow or maybe whenever you have time, inshallah. Till then, take care, everyone.
Tough.
Allah Hafiz.